Hello everyone, this is Pip McGrip and I'm just going to show you some more of my custom minifigures. Okay, first of all here, these are all just minifigures that have had great impact on the Western culture and has formed our society today. Okay, number one is Ned Kelly. Okay, Ned Kelly was a bushranger and he, well, obviously, as you know, he killed a lot of policemen until he was killed at the Glenrowan Hotel, which I visited. It's actually a very nice hotel. It's not there anymore, but there was a replica hotel. Okay, he's holding a sawn-off shotgun and a Colt Navy pistol. He's wearing a vest, which I made out of some armor that you'll see next, and he's wearing a Castle Knight's helmet because that looked a lot like the helmet him and his gangmates made. Okay, next we have Genghis Khan, and he's wearing the armor that I clipped to make Ned Kelly's armor. Yep, you can see they're basically the same, and the helmet is custom except for the little clip I put on to make it look like it had horns, and he's got a custom axe. Now, Genghis Khan was one of the fiercest rulers of history. He ruled from Poland to Korea and had one of the largest empires of all time. Okay, so he was a great influence on modern society. Next we have, who was he? I'll have to come back to him. I can't remember his name. He was an Australian explorer. He was one of the first men to reach the Antarctic. Mawson, I think it was. I'm not sure, so don't quote me. Okay. Next we have a Vietnam soldier. He's one of my favorites because he's customized, yeah. And some of these characters are fictional, so in case you know. Now he's got a belt-fed machine gun. If you take that off, you can see he's wearing a custom ammunition belt with a 1911 Colt as his sidearm. Yep. And he's got a spade and military issue flashlight, as well as military issue standard backpack that was around at the time. Now the reason America lost the Vietnam War was because the Vietnamese troops, the Viet Cong, were more suited to fighting guerrilla warfare rather than, you know, out and open in plains like America had done. There's the reason they called guerrilla warfare the warfare of the flea, because you have to be able to move quickly and travel light. The American soldiers brought a lot of stuff with them, as you can see: ammunition belts, sidearms, backpacks, heavy machine guns, all these things, and it slowed them down. So the Viet Cong were able to move through the jungle a lot quicker, and they also had underground passages which they used. Some of them were massive. Some of them went for about a couple of kilometers. Okay, well, moving on. Next we have Atticus Finch from the book, the novel To Kill a Mockingbird. His children were Scout, who has a southern accent. I gotta work on that. But anyway, he defended to use a term they used at the time, Negro, a black guy. He defended a black man in court, and that back when the civil rights movement hadn't gone down yet, and so he was convicted of beating a white woman, which was, you know, terrible for a black person to do at that time. But as it turns out, he didn't, and she was a bit of a, well, mind my language, but she was a bit of a slut and framed him because she didn't want to admit she had sex with a black man. Okay then. Well, moving on, we have a Roman gladiator, and, well, he's got the pretty much standard Roman shield. The torso is custom, it's a bare chest, not wearing anything. He has a gladiator's sword, just a standard one, and the gladiator's helmet, it was a pretty bad design for close quarter combat. I mean, it's a... Look at it. It covers the entire face with only small holes to see through, so it's not really that good for fighting. Now, not all gladiators had this kind of weaponry. Some had nets and spears, and others had whips if they were fighting wild animals. And well, anyway, the helmet, it wasn't too good. I still can't remember who he is, but he was one of the first, as I said, one of the first to get to Antarctica. He's holding a, just a second, he's holding a machine gun, a standard Lego pick, which I got from Indiana Jones, and well, he was almost left at the Antarctic, and he almost froze to death twice, and sadly one of his party fell down a crevasse and was obviously killed because there was no way to get back to him. So then they left, and he went home and married his beautiful wife, and they had children. And it's a nice story because he said one of the only things that kept him going was thinking about getting home to his wife. Okay, well, that's some more of my custom minifigures. Well, please subscribe and like this video. Okay.